Hello, my name is Jennifer Worrell with Genesis Yoga. I'm a yoga and Qigong teacher, and today we are going to practice a 30-minute yin yoga session. And for those of you that are unfamiliar with yin, it is just a very quiet practice where you're going to be holding poses, also known as asanas, a little bit longer than normal, so between 3 to 5 or more minutes. And whenever you feel uncomfortable, just ease up and know your edge. Any type of pain that you feel or uncomfortability, just release wherever you're holding. And this is a great practice to get to know yourself a little bit better, to improve your meditation. And we're going to be working on a forward folds, focusing on inwards, and some hip openers. So feel free to bring a blanket. I have one behind me, or a bolster, cushion, maybe a couple of blocks. It really is just up to you with how you feel today and what you need. And also to keep in mind that the hip region is also our sacral chakra, which is right here. But I will remind you of that during our practice. So let's transition into a child's pose. Just allowing your body to melt forward, resting your forehead on the mat. Don't necessarily watch me because I have a headset on today. But just relax forward, allow your upper body to melt, and take deep, slow breaths. So pranayama, focusing the energy into the belly region, allowing your breath to be there. Child's pose is great for helping us stay grounded. It's a form of comfort. Also seeing what's buried within us. And ask yourself, what do you need today? How do you feel? Whatever's showing up, just observe. Observe your thoughts. And bring your hands forward, and palms are pressed into the mat, lifting up your forehead and rising up slowly, bringing your torso up, keeping the forehead towards the mat, and then coming into a seated position. So staying towards the mat, looking towards the mat. Forward folds are a great way to look inwards. Rebounding here. And now we will move into half shoelace pose. So let's bring our right leg over our left. So the knees will be lined up. This is an amazing hip opener. But keep in mind that you want to keep your hips grounded. You want to keep them pressed into the mat. Maybe if you have a wall, you can lean up against the wall. Some people find this uncomfortable for them, so they want to move their ankle above their knee or below their knee. So that's another variation to open up the hip. And then once you feel comfortable here, allow yourself to fold forward. Any tension or tightness, ease back. This is not about how far you can go or forcing yourself into a position. And here sometimes people use a bolster or blanket that they put in between their leg and their chest. Again, looking down. Allowing whatever shows up to just be. All our thoughts are temporary. Any tension in your jaw, shoulders, upper body, allow yourself to loosen. And your breathing is in through your belly and out through your belly, those inhales and exhales. Slow, deep breaths. Keeping your forehead towards the mat, raise your torso up, your fingertips are close to your legs, and just sit up now, observing. And now let's incorporate a twist. So you're going to bring your left leg under you, or you can stay here. We're going to be twisting over to our right. So your right hand is pressed into the mat. Maybe you want to bring your right foot towards the mat, pressing the sole of the foot on the mat to encourage a deeper stretch. Twisting is great for detoxing. We're not going to hold here for too long. And see if you can loosen up your thighs a bit more. You don't want to tense up anywhere. Just keep those hips rooted to the ground. And then release coming forward. Bringing the legs, excuse me, back forward. Acknowledging how you feel. Always being patient with yourself. Our yoga practice and our practice in life go hand in hand. So let's bring our left leg either over our right leg. So you want to bring your left ankle above your knee or below your knee and stay here. Maybe lean against a wall. Or you can bring your knee closer to your other knee so the knees are in line, one on top of each other. Your body is different every day. And each side of your body, both sides, will feel different as well. And you have an option to stay here, or I invite you to come forward, bringing the hands forward. No forcing, okay? We don't want to force anything. This is opening our hips, and again, our sacral chakra. Option to close your eyes. So turn the mind's eye downwards and forward, looking from within. Paying attention to how your jaw is. Is it clenched? Are your shoulders close to your ears? Allow your shoulders to move back. And maybe loosen your arms a bit more. Slowly coming up. Crown of the head is towards the ceiling now. And staying here, feeling the difference in the hip. And let's bring our right leg under, or you can stay here, keeping the right leg out. Twisting to the other side, sole of the foot can be pressing on the mat. And let's twist over to the left. Again, monitoring your body, allowing it to loosen, being fully present. Releasing, coming back around and bringing our legs forward again, rebounding. Now moving into a dangle asana, where it's another forward fold. So we're going to bring our feet close to our bum, and you're going to bring your hands behind you to elevate your bum up. So you're going to be coming onto your toes now, and now let's forward fold onto a dangle. So imagine your legs are your rocks. They're rocks, very strong, like a mountain. And water is pouring over your spine. Just be the observer. You can either fold your arms or allow them loose. Crown of the head is towards the mat. And be the observer in between there. Just imagine the water, the warm water flowing down your spine. Weight is evenly distributed. Bending your knees. We all fold differently, so keep that in mind. This is about you and your practice, and how do you feel today? What do you need? What's showing up? Maybe you want to bend your knees a bit more. Or maybe you can fold a little bit deeper. Option to close your eyes. Always that option. Looking within. And let's bend the knees, coming back into a seated position, staying low since you were just high up. You don't want the blood rushing to your head. That's not very comfortable. And moving to the center of your mat and opening your legs just as wide as what's comfortable for you. And here's where you can put a bolster or a blanket in front of you. We're going to fold forward, forehead towards the mat, into a dragonfly. So relax your glute muscles and the tops of your thighs. And turn your head down as if your mind was bowing to your heart. Again, breathing is natural. Yin is a quiet and still practice. Allow yourself this peace from within. Maybe you can loosen your thighs a bit more. Allow your feet to open. Again, being fully present. Forward folds are great for self-reflection. And again, turning inwards. Anytime you don't feel comfortable, adjust where you need to, but ideally you want to get comfortable with the uncomfortable. Eventually, with practice, it will become comfortable. Slowly bringing our torso up, allowing the hands to give us stability as we move the torso up and observing how we feel, or how you feel. And then let's bring our right leg in, so we're bending it. The sole of the foot is pressed against the left inner thigh. And we're going to fold over to the left, so heart is towards the thigh. Keeping the glutes into the mat, so hips are still opening up here. Using your knee, your right knee, to give you that leverage and stability. This is an amazing lower back stretch as well. And maybe you want to keep your hands on each side of your leg, or maybe you want to fold them on top of your shin. It really just depends on what you need today. Any tension, just loosen up. Allow. If you also feel like you're struggling to breathe, that means that you are going too far. Where is your breath? Slowly coming up. Torso is up. And taking an observation on how your right side and your left side feel. And now let's bring our right leg out and then our left leg in. So sole of the foot is pressed into your right inner thigh this time. And let's fold over into half butterfly on this side. Again, your heart is towards your thigh, your upper thigh, your quad. This side might feel different today. And some people like to put a small pillow or a bolster on top of their leg. It really just depends. Where can you loosen up? Hips are grounded. And slowly raising your torso up and coming back up into a seated position, a little staff pose. So legs are facing me and your toes are facing the ceiling. And let's now bring our soles of the feet into the mat. This is to protect our back. We're going to move our bum to more of the center, coming all the way down to rebound. So your legs, I'm going to be using my blanket to keep my head elevated. Just allowing the body to rest here. Palms are open, transitioning into Shavasana. So here's an opportunity where you can access another blanket to cover you or not. Acknowledging what you did and how you feel. We can close our eyes and melt into our mats a bit more, loosening up any tight areas. Staying here. An option to stay in Shavasana while I read you a poem, or you can roll onto one side of your body. This poem is by Rumi, and it is translated by Coleman Barks. This being human is a guest house. Every morning a new arrival, a joy, a deep depression, a meanness. Some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all, even if they're a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house empty of its furniture. Still, treat each guest honorably. He may be clearing you out for some new delight. The dark thought, the shame, the malice, meet them at the door laughing and invite them in. Be grateful for whoever comes, because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. Coming into a seated position, allowing your body to slowly awaken if it hasn't, and sitting here for another moment as the observer. Hands into prayer position, thumb meets your heart. The light in me honors the light in you. Thank yourself for showing up. and bring this light and love into the rest of your day. Namaste.